Espalier system is the horticultural and ancient agricultural practice of controlling woody plant growth for the production of fruit by pruning and tying branches to a frame. Plants are frequently shaped in formal patterns, flat against a structure, such as a wall, fence, or trellis, and also plants which have been shaped in this way. Espaliers, trained into flat two-dimensional forms, are used not only for decorative purposes but also for gardens, in which space is limited. In a temperate climate, espaliers may be trained next to a wall that can reflect more sunlight and retain heat overnight, or orientated so that they absorb maximum sunlight by training them parallel to the equator. These two strategies allow the season to be extended so that fruit has more time to mature. A restricted form of training consists of a central stem and a number of paired horizontal branches, all trained in the same plane. The most important advantage is that of being able to increase the growth of a branch by training it vertically. Later, one can decrease growth while increasing fruit production by training it horizontally. The word espalier is French, and it comes from the Italian spallere, meaning something to rest the shoulder, spalla, against. During the 17th century, the word initially referred only to the actual trellis, or frame, on which such a plant was trained to grow, but over time, it has come to be used to describe both the practice and the plants themselves. Espalier as a technique seems to have started with the ancient Romans. In the Middle Ages, the Europeans refined it into an art. The practice was popularly used in Europe to produce fruit inside the walls of a typical castle courtyard, without interfering with the open space, and to decorate solid walls by planting flattened trees near them. Vineyards have used the technique in the training of grapes for hundreds, or perhaps even thousands of years. Belgian fence. A Belgian fence is created by cutting back an unbranched, slender tree to between 15 and 18 inches above the ground. The topmost 3 buds are allowed to form, one in the middle is trained vertically, while 2 others are trained into a V shape. Any other buds are rubbed away. Removing the vertical stem completes the individual V-shaped espalier. By placing many similarly trained trees in a line, 2 feet apart with their branches trained to the same plane, a Belgian fence is created. The Belgian fence is an intermediary form that can then be used to train onward to many other forms of espalier, including step over, where the branches are lowered down to the horizontal in autumn, while still flexible enough and tied to a trellis. Fan, where the branches are lowered and cut back, then trained further. Horizontal T, where the branches are trained to horizontal, as with step over, but the vertical stem is trained up to another level, and cut usually in spring of the second year, where another V shape is created, and the resulting branches finally being lowered to another wire in autumn of the second year. Multiple levels of horizontal branching can be trained in this way. Species choices. Certain types of trees adapt better to this practice than others, but almost any woody plant can be trained to grow along a flat plane by removing growth outside that plane. Horizontal T training of an apple or pear tree is a good example of the ideal species for espalier. In the spring, the tree is pruned to the lowest wire, perhaps 15 to 18 inches above the ground. During the summer, buds lengthen into branches, one trained vertically to the next wire, while others are trained along the wires. Unnecessary buds are removed by rubbing them away with a thumb. In autumn, the side branches are lowered and tied to the wires, completing the level. The following year another level is created. That's all the information we can share. Hopefully useful for all of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And share this video with all your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.